Austin Trucker here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it.
Monday morning, getting loaded. First load of the week. Pretty sad when it's 34 degrees out and you're thinking, boy, it's warm out today. I'm going to be taking off layers. It's actually going to be a really good week. Weather's going to be, it's going to be up to 50 today, 65 Wednesday, Tuesday, it's going to be in the 50s. Then it's going to drop, just like in New England. Friday we're getting snow. It's going to be a mess. Just dumped load number 2 at the pit. What a beautiful day. It's President's Day. It's a national holiday in the United States. Celebrate all our presidents. Reminds me of one of my favorite quotes by Martin Van Buren. It's easier to do a job right than to explain why you didn't. I love that. Try to live my life by that. Just do it right. Then you don't have to have a do-over. You don't have to explain to your boss or your wife or your partner why you didn't do it right. Just do it. You know how to do it. Get it done. And be proud of it. I'm going to do a little bit of hand polishing today. What I did was I went through my junk box. This was almost empty. My flash that I love. My time to shine. That was just about empty. And another bottle of flash. It's a pre-cut. That was almost empty. I dumped them all into here. I did just order 2 brand new bottles of time to shine, and they have arrived at my house. But I didn't bring them to work, so I'm going to use what I have. Oh wait, I got to dump the rubber red in there too. Make a little concoction, see how it does. And it's not going to be any kind of a final polish or anything. It's just a little shine on the wheels. They're not looking so good. Even with all the WD-40 action I was putting on them. I mean, definitely better than they would have been if I didn't. But definitely across the highway shine. Not up close, no way. So we'll put this in here. Give it a good shake. I got a little bolt in here to mix it up. You hear it? Shake, 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 shake it up. And now I can toss away 4 bottles out of my box, which is awesome. I'm going to go home, I'm going to get my time to shine polish. This stuff, I used it the other day. It pretty much works on contact. It's amazing. Some people give me polishes and stuff, but I actually spent the money to buy this stuff. All right, we'll toss this stuff away. We'll come back, and I'll tell you about this. So when I use the oxidizer, I would give it a shake. Put a little bit on a rag. And then wipe on, and we'll polish over it. Usually it'll bead up on the rag if you're first pouring it on until the rag gets saturated. But of course it didn't do it now. That's plenty, by the way. That'll last a while. And I am not a polishing expert. If you want a polishing expert, you should probably follow Evan Steger, S-T-E-G-E-R. And I know he cringes when I put the WD-40 on the aluminum. He's told me personally. But I just can't help myself. But he's the real polishing expert, not me. I just can, I'm a hand polishing guy. So you can already see it's taken off some of the oxidation already off the wheel here. I'm gonna get some polish, the concoction I made. If the microfiber hits the ground, by the way, just throw it away. It's no good. All right. Now, like I said, I got about 5 different polishes in here. But if you like a good polish, Flash is excellent. I order it in Montana online at infinish.com. infinish.com. Put it up. See if it even comes out. Sometimes these caps get clogged. All right, that wheel's done. In real time, this took me about 10 minutes. That's all. I mean, I'm kind of a backyard polishing hack. I mean, a real polisher would take the lug nut caps off, take the center cap off, jack it up, spin the wheel. Well, we're getting there. Little by little. It just came in the mail for me. Let's do an opening. Thanks, Evan. Morning.
Morning.
How we doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. What are you moving today?
138
138. Yep.
to Shirley.
Yep.
And then from there, I have no idea.
Got a couple future truckers over here. Rail fanning, truck fanning. They got the camera set up. You got the cat trucker and his cousin Jacob Grattan. Come over to say hello real quick. We'll give him a minute of our time, then we got to get back to work. All right, these young gentlemen stopped by to say hello. The rail fanning and truck fanning today. You got the cat trucker on the right here, and you got Jacob Grattan, right? What are you guys gonna do with your lives, Jacob?
Be a truck driver and engineer.
Truck driver and engineer, like a train engineer?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Truck driver all the way.
Truck driver all the way, huh? It's in your blood. Now, why do you guys want to be truck drivers? You go first.
I mean, it's been a childhood dream. I mean, my family's not in it or anything like that, but it's just, I've always been interested for some reason and figured, why not?
So it's been in your blood your whole life.
Yeah.
And I have tried to discourage you, correct?
Yes.
And you're not listening to me, right? That's okay. You'll be a good truck driver. And why do you want to be a truck driver or a rail engineer?
Well, my dad was a truck driver for 25 years, and I like trains, so I'd like to be like a train engineer.
I don't think you guys can go wrong with either way. They're both honorable professions. You'll make a good living. I think you guys are going to be awesome. You guys got it in your blood. And you guys, this is the future right here. Proud to know you guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being in my video. All right. Doing a little rail fanning myself. Over here by Brandeis University. So what do you plan on doing today while you're in my truck?
Watch Netflix.
Netflix?
Yeah.
You gonna watch Netflix on the computer?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty high tech. You know, when I was a kid going with my dad in the truck, we looked out the window while we watched our father drive the truck.
Yeah, because that was in like ancient times.
Ancient times, yeah. Sometimes we would like clean the windows for our dads or the floor, the dashboard. There was no such thing as Netflix, smartphones, air conditioning, heat. We didn't have heat back in the old days.
How are you even alive still?
We didn't even have stereos or water. We didn't even have food back then. Got the short sleeves on, 65 degrees. Too bad my truck isn't clean. Roads were real wet this morning. I got lots of mud. We just pulled out of the fuel stop. We're going to see if we can get into the wash bay with a little truck washing. You going to help me out?
Yep.
All right, I could use it. I'll get my best truck washing partner.
I'm your only truck washing partner.
Your brother helps me sometimes. So it's been actually, that's not true. He hasn't helped me wash the truck since he was probably 5 or 6. You know what? The wash bay is open, wide open, and that never happens. I'm gonna sneak right in there. We'll do a truck wash, and it'll stay clean for tomorrow, hopefully.
Yep.
Then we're gonna get snow on Friday.
Boo.
Hey. This is awesome. It's never wide open. Moved all the vehicles. This is great. Awesome. I think we're gonna do a hand wash. What do you think?
Woo!
That sounds so excited. All right, let's go.
Say hello to my little friend! He got on me!
Here's a cold start this morning, 20 degrees out. It is freaking cold out and windy. Man. 2 new shocks going in. And this one's getting front brakes, front axle. I'm hauling today. Andrew's moving equipment for the snowstorm. We're gonna get 1 to 2 inches per hour tomorrow, starting around midnight. Well, midnight tonight. Supposed to get 12 inches tomorrow. Heavy, wet snow. So stay tuned. I'm pretty sure I'll have a snowplow video coming out this weekend for sure. It's a good old truck right here. 2003 T-800 Kenworth. I drove this one for about 1.5 years when I started here. I put that visor on. It's a good truck. Very good truck. Sounds good going down the road. Jakes just rip on this thing. Warmed up. It's 22 now. Gonna do some trucking today. Calm before the storm. It's gonna get pretty gnarly tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it though. It's gonna be fun. Heavy wet snow. Ugh. You know, every storm we've had so far this winter has been light fluffy stuff. So this one will be a challenge. Cleanup's gonna be long. It's gonna go into the weekend. Monday will be cleanup. And what stinks is all the snow is melted from all the previous storms. I think the last flakes melted yesterday. And now we're gonna start the process over again. Wet snow, melting roads, corrosion. Man. Coming. Got some Peterbilt action over here. Big old tri-axle and a tractor trailer. These guys are taking gravel out. Must have a job around here. reason we're using the excavator to load the trucks is all the loaders have moved. It's a snowstorm tomorrow, so don't have any loaders sitting here right now. After he's loaded, I gotta get a load of 3/4 stone. We're putting the trucks away before the storm. This is the only time they're parked inside. It's kind of nice though, after the snowstorm we won't have to dig them out. Good. Can't believe it's still clean. It's gonna sit like this till either Saturday or Monday. Trucks are put away, Teddy. Let's go home. You're driving. I'm here with Teddy. Legend of the road.
Oh, please.
Teddy, what do you think about this upcoming snowstorm we're gonna have?
It's a snowstorm. What do you expect?
Just snow, right?
It's snow.
No
This
big
is
deal.
New England.
This is a guy who was alive during the blizzard of '78. I mean, I was 8. Teddy, how old were you during the blizzard of '78?
Early 20s.
And you were a heavy wrecker operator, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
What made the blizzard of '78 so special? Why do we always come back to the blizzard of '78?
Because of the amount of snow that fell in a shorter time. Well, it was over 2 days, but what happened was there was a jackknife down by 95 in Canton, and that screwed up the whole highway.
It was like a ripple effect?
Yep, all the way back up towards Waltham. And we wound up starting after the snow stopped. We started clearing everything. The small wreckers were grabbing the cars, the big wreckers were grabbing the tractor trailers and the straight jobs, and we're just getting them off to the side of the road, and they were clearing the road.
So, I mean, how many hours were you working during that storm?
It wasn't hours, it was days.
Days?
Days.
Non-stop?
Yeah, we took cat naps here and there. I had gone down to Charlie Monero Caterers and loaded up one of the wrecker with sandwiches on the back and the toolboxes, stuff to drink.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of us just went out there. The state police said start clearing the road, and that's what we did.
And you just took the cars and trucks off the highway, right? Just parked them somewhere?
Yeah, we were doing our section, which was at the time I worked for White's Garage. We're from Route 2 down to Route 9, basically, and then we took all the cars and we put them at the Newhall School on Prospect Street there, and
Where is that, in Waltham?
in Waltham,
Yep.
because we filled our lots up, and then we started doing that, and we put the cars in there, and we cleaned that lot out and put the cars in there, and then blocked the entrance, and then just kept a record of everything that we towed.
So how did you get around all the snow that was around the cars and trucks and hook them up?
What we did was the cars were basically, everything was rear wheel drive at that time, 90% of it, and they had locking steering wheels, so you just back up to the car, hook up to it, pick it up, and drive off.
Wow.
The the straight jobs, you grab them from the rear. The doors were all unlocked, and you could tie the steering wheel, and we'd just pick them up. They'd clean a section of the breakdown lane, and we'd tow the trucks back. The tractor trailers, we'd tie the steering wheel. I'd cross chain the tractor to the trailer so it'd stay straight. Kind of pick up in the ass end of the trailer, and, we'd charge the air, and we'd just slide everything back maybe 500 feet, get it over to the right on the breakdown lane. That's how we lined up the tractor trailers.
And what kind of wrecker were you driving at the time? Do you remember?
I had a 1975 Brockway with a 350 Cummins in it.
Yep.
10-speed.
Yep.
And it had a Home 750 on it.
Home 750. That was the most popular style back in the day?
Yep. And we just did our thing.
Wow.
Cleaned the roads and got all the way down. Then when we got our section done, state police said, start heading south, and that's what we were doing.
Really?
Yep. Just make a note of what we moved and where we put it. And
so you kept a record where you put stuff, that way people could come back and find the vehicles?
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder how they did that.
It's all handed the paper or the paperwork over to the state police, and we eventually got paid by the state for doing all that.
So they didn't charge the people for having to move their vehicles, correct?
No, when we towed them and put them off to the side, as soon as we got the highways cleared, then they told people they had 48 hours to get on and get their vehicles and get them out.
Wow.
Off the highway. And in our section, what we did was we had 3 or 4 records out there, small ones. We were helping the people if they needed jump starts or anything like that. We weren't charging them for it because the state said there's a 48-hour grace period.
Yep.
And then the tractor trailers, if the people didn't come and get them, we towed them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We put them in the tandem lots on the Mass Pike.
Okay.
And we're backing them in, and what I was doing, I was kind of interlocking the mirrors so nobody could take their truck out unless the others moved.
Right. Wow.
And and then at the end we just put a pile of snow.
No kidding.
So and then the customers that we had, like Lily or any of the truck rental companies, we towed their trucks right to their destinations.
Okay. So that kept you busy for probably a good week or two, right?
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. How long did you run a heavy wrecker for?
Oh God, I started working for White's 73, 74, and at the time I was the only one that had a Class A license.
Yep.
Because at that time you didn't need it to run an emergency vehicle.
Okay.
And you could tow out of state. As long as you were on the record, you could tow out of state. They didn't question you about it or anything like that. And that's how it was. And when everything started getting, you had to have a hydraulics license back in the 80s because they were coming out with the hydraulics.
Sure.
The hydraulic wreckers and the rotating booms, and some people just didn't know how to set them up.
Yep.
And 90% of it was all, when you're doing your setup here, it's like you had to work the thing, the angles out in your head to do it. And that Brockway though, like the Home 750 on it,
yep.
I could split those booms, come right off the mast, double the cable, I could move a house.
Wow.
And it wouldn't even cough.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. You got a lot of experience, you got a lot of stories.
Oh yeah.
And the one thing about Teddy, he doesn't mind telling you the stories. He's got a lot of them. And it's best to just listen. So I appreciate you telling me the story, Teddy.
Not a problem.
And yeah.
Anytime.
Maybe we'll make a video out of this. Who knows?
Who knows?
It'll happen. We're gonna wrap this video up. I gotta go pick up the kids, go home, make some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, try and get some rest before we snowplow. Hit that subscribe button, share, like, comment, and we'll see you in the next video. Enjoy. Stay warm, stay safe.